feel really silly about making this video because I'm just going to be making spaghetti and I'm just going to be using sauce that is already made. I'm going to make some gluten-free sauce, and you can actually see on the label where it says it's gluten-free right here. I'm going to be using gluten-free noodles and some just olive oil and hamburger meat as well. The water is boiling now, so I'm going to go ahead and put some noodles in. I'm going to use about half the pack since it's just me and Nathan that's going to be eating tonight. There we go. And you can either break the noodles in half or you can just stick them in there whole. I wait on them to soften a little bit and then I stir them in so they'll all be done in the water. And for these noodles, on the back it says that you need to let them cook for about 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer. And I'm going to put it on for 11 minutes, but I'm just going to check it. I'm also sitting in a chair right now because I have postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which means that whenever I stand up, my heart rate shoots up really high, and sometimes I end up fainting. And since it's towards the end of the day, I'm more likely to faint because I've exhausted a lot of my energy. Okay, and with gluten-free noodles, they tend to stick together a lot. So I use one of these to get the noodles to unstick. Alright, and since the noodles are not cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start cooking my meat. And I'm going to use about a pound of it. And I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to the pasta that is boiling. I do want to mention that with my POTS, the postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, I feel a lot better being on a gluten-free diet. It helps out a lot. Before I started a gluten-free diet, I was fainting probably at least 5 to 10 times every month. And this year, I've been gluten-free for about 8 months, and I've probably only fainted about 10 times. So that's a lot better. So I do encourage people who have POTS to check and see if they are gluten intolerant. Check to see if you have celiac disease. And even if all the tests come back negative, it might be a good idea to at least try a gluten-free diet for a little bit of time. But of course, talk to your doctor before you start trying any type of diet. And what I'm doing is I'm just browning the hamburger meat. I forgot the salt and pepper. Let me go get that. Okay. And since I have really low blood pressure, I tend to add more salt to my foods than normal people probably should. Now that my hamburger meat is browned, I'm going to go drain it, drain the excess grease off. And I'm going to add some spaghetti sauce. going to reduce the heat. And I'm going to check my noodles. And the noodles look like they're done. So I'm going to go drain them as well. And I also add a little bit of olive oil on top of the noodles to keep them from sticking together. Okay, and now that the spaghetti sauce has gotten nice and hot, it's done.